Hey everybody, Ryan Medora here, and I am back with another bass lesson for you all. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the minor pentatonic scale, specifically the E minor pentatonic scale. And we're also going to talk a little bit about using a blues and adapting a groove that we come up with to a 12-bar blues form. So if you want to get tab, notation, things like that to go along with this lesson, please head over to my Patreon page. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support there. You can get all kinds of things to coincide with videos from my YouTube channel, and I also have a TrueFire page as well if you dig that platform. And then there's also ryanmedora.com with plenty of other educational goodies, the 12-bar blues survival pack, all kinds of fun stuff. Beginner improvisation for bass players. It's all there. There's all kinds of stuff. Head over to my website. But in the meantime, let's talk about this lesson. So this is all about coming up with a way to transfer the knowledge that we have when we learn how to play a scale to creating a bass line and realizing like, oh yeah, the notes of this scale are used to create a funky groove, because that's really what we're here to do. So today we're going to learn about the E minor pentatonic scale and really just the pentatonic scale in general, and then learn how to apply it to a blues. So to play a pentatonic scale, specifically a minor pentatonic scale, we're going to think about our minor scale. We're going to omit the second and the sixth scale degrees, and we're going to be left with the minor pentatonic scale, which is going to include the root, which is E, the minor third, G, the fourth, A, the fifth, B, the minor seventh, which is D, and then we're going to throw the octave on top, play E again. There it is. You can also play another fingering pattern, one that I really like, where I might start with my middle finger and reach the minor third, the G over here, and then all of the other notes are actually in the same place that they were. It just looks different on the fretboard because of where you're starting and where you're playing that minor third. So now that we have established our minor pentatonic scale, we can really think about using these notes and pretending that the scale just exists forward and backward on the instrument. You know, when we talk about a scale, it's really important to see the notes as more than just this shape or pattern. You know, it's really important to realize, like, okay, anytime you play an E, you're playing the root note. Anytime you're playing a G, whether it's here or here or here, it's the minor third. Whenever you're playing an A, which is the fourth, whether it's here or your open string, you know, that is the fourth scale degree of the E minor pentatonic. So the notes of the scale really exist everywhere on the instrument, and it's all about how we perceive them on the fretboard. So that being said, we can kind of release ourselves from just this space and maybe find the scale descending. So here would be our E. I'm going to use my pinky to start there. Now I've got my minor seventh, which is D, my fifth, which is B, my fourth, which is A, and then my minor third, G, and then I can land on my open E. So all of a sudden I have my E minor pentatonic where I'm descending just like so. And then I can ascend from the open E. And when I'm here, I can say, oh, wait a minute, I can keep going. And when you do that, you are now playing a 2-octave E minor pentatonic scale. That's octave 1, octave 2, descend, descend. And so we've covered a lot of ground already. There's our E minor pentatonic scale, 2 octaves up and down the fretboard, ascending and descending. So now we say, okay, well, how do we make this musical? So the key here is knowing that we can take the notes of this scale and we give it a groove. So we're not just playing like eighth notes or quarter notes as we play this scale, but maybe we give it some kind of groove, and that is going to be based upon what we get as inspiration from our drummer or our metronome or whoever you happen to be playing with, and maybe we give it some kind of groove like this. I dig that. That's a cool groove. I'm just playing the scale as essentially a 2-part phrase where I'm starting here and I'm descending. And then I'm going to ascend. So again, you can see that I'm exclusively, only and exclusively using notes of the E minor pentatonic scale. It just sounds musical because I'm giving it some rhythm. Now, the cool thing is we can take this phrase and go somewhere with it by applying it to another chord progression. Let's say we apply it to 12-bar blues, where we take this bass line that we've essentially come up with and we apply it to the form of a 12-bar blues, where we play on the 1 chord, we go to the 4 chord, which is A, and when we go there, we can now essentially play an A minor pentatonic and use the same exact groove. Just like that, and then we return to our E. We want to go up to our 5 chord, which is B, and I'm going to go up here. And as I go to that 5 chord, I realize, the phrase that I created is 2 bars. It's like a 2-part phrase. When we're playing a 12-bar blues, we're only going to be on the 5 chord for 1 bar, and then the 4 chord for 1 bar during essentially bars 9 and 10 of our 12-bar form. So we have to adapt our part a little bit and just play the first half of that groove. Then move your chord to A, and then return to E. So our 12-bar blues with our new minor pentatonic groove goes like this. There we have it. Minor pentatonic scale, 2-part phrase where we descend and ascend the scale. Cool groove, adapted to a 12-bar form. Got a lot in here. So I hope this made sense to you and that you had a fun time learning a new groove, and I hope that this is just going to serve as inspiration for you when you start to create your own bass lines. So again, if you want to get tab or notation or anything for this lesson, please head over to my Patreon page or my TrueFire channel, and don't forget to check out rhymador.com for more educational goodies. All right, everybody, have a great day, happy practicing, and keep it groovy.